The Marauders. Leader, Commander Chowan, Commander Joshi. The Marauders are a ruthless military force, bent on establishing a free nation where anyone with the strength to do so can prosper and profit. For as long as time can tell, the leader of the Marauders has never been one that remained in the position long. The only thing that has ever mattered in their eyes is the strength of an individual. The majority of their choice in leaders has been selected in a trial by combat. Some trials were a result of the leader fighting the aggressor in a 1 versus 1 battle to the death, while other times the leader has been selected by immense acts of leadership, resulting in victories on a grand scale. From war to beast slaughter to one-on-one combat, these are all ways to become the leader of the Marauders. Due to the sheer size of the faction, perhaps the only similarity to the other two factions is that there is one main leader as well as something similar to a king's retainer to assist in keeping the men in line and issuing orders. These men are selected by the current faction leader and are well respected to be as powerful as the leader himself. Weakness is not an option for the Marauders. In fact, even picking a fight over the results of a game of dice has resulted in members being exiled for their weakness. Of course, should the battle end in a stalemate, or if both members show the true strength of the faction, this could result in no such penalty. It is considered best to drink with your brothers and leave the fighting for the enemy. Knowing your place and fighting with no concern for your life will earn you respect with the higher-ups of this faction. The Marauders cannot stand the Covenant with their orders from a religious standpoint. To them, religion is for the weak-minded. They pay no mind to the Syndicate as they are so weak in their eyes that they are as relevant as a maggot. Good for a snack, but not for a meal, they say. The Syndicate. Leader, Alchemist Oliveira, Alchemist Long. The Syndicate is a secretive organization of boundless guile and intellect in search of a forbidden knowledge to usher the new age of enlightenment. The Syndicate faction was founded by the alchemist Oliveira. He has never been threatened for his position, and very few have seen his face. He has employed his right-hand man, Alchemist Long, to be at the front lines as Oliveira cannot risk losing his status and revealing his identity. The Syndicate are known for their obsession with knowledge and their abilities to stay hidden in the shadows. Their faction operates on a merit system that has completely revolved around the knowledge of Aeternum and the Ancients. They are incredibly good at covering their tracks and are willing to recruit anyone who manages to find them. They consider this to be an impressive feat, as finding them would require someone with a master's ability in information gathering. Little to no information regarding the faction's way of life has been documented, as they are quick to steal it, and they have eyes in every corner of Aeternum. The majority of the members in their faction are of high intellect and focused stats. They believe that this is the power that Aeternum has offered in its purest form. The only information that is well known about this faction is that should someone try and steal or destroy any one of their thousands of notes, a group will not be far behind to recollect their research and destroy those who dared impede their studies. They are a faction that would sooner sacrifice the lives of their members before offering even a single word of their knowledge. The Syndicate faction cannot stand the sight of the Marauders, as they believe they are a faction of goons fueled by stupidity. They are also often at war with the Covenant because they are constantly trying to destroy the corruption, and the Syndicate would prefer it be left alone to study. The Covenant. Leader, Adjudicator Amano, Adjudicator Dempster. The Covenant is a fanatical order that has charged itself with cleansing the land of heretics and defilers so that its true holy nature can flourish and justice can be restored. The Adjudicator Amano led the first charge against the corruption. The majority of his beliefs are the core of the Covenant's stature: justice, and the belief that those who do not wish to destroy the corruption are heretics and defilers, and that his covenant is the will of the gods of Aeternum. He was able to force the corruption back and claim victory. Upon his return to the homeland, he received the title Adjudicator by the king, and thus was able to create the Covenant. He was considered to be somewhat of a hero of holy purity, the only man capable of fighting on equal footing against the corruption. He is well respected by all of his men and dons the gear of the highest quality given to him by the king. He is a man with immense power and has even earned some respect from certain Marauders despite them refusing to acknowledge his beliefs. They recognize his power, often comparing him to a bear or an ox. Should you find yourself within the Covenant, many trials of courage and faith await you. Even the lowest rank will have a chance to fight side by side to the hero himself, as he does not believe in a need for merit. He is the will of the gods. There is no replacement for such a man. As such, the only reason for his second-in-command, Adjudicator Dempster, is because of the king's orders. The faction has targeted the Syndicate for years, simply because they have not set out to destroy the corruption. He sees no value in studying what will be completely destroyed. As for the Marauders, they matter not. At times they have allied, but only to be used as cannon fodder as they push back the ever-growing corruption. This is my theory on what the three factions' history would be. None of this is technically accurate lore, but I tried to keep a rolling theme with each faction so that if I'm wrong, for now it at least fits the bill of what I would personally expect of each faction. I really enjoy making these lore type videos, and I hope you guys do too. If you have your own ideas of what the history of your favorite faction would be, I would love to read it down in the comments. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see many of you in the next video. I'm shooting for 1,000 subs, and we are quite a ways away. It's free. Just do it. Take care, everybody.